Greetings folks, welcome back. Well, another what I've made video, and what I've got now is 3 FTP'S and one slightly different than normal Mark II. I'll show you the Mark II first. Right, so Mark II in a leather belt sheath, and I've given this some white stitching, and it's a carbon Mark II, but as you can see, the handle is different. I've gone with what I'd call a classic setup on this one. So 2 bolts, 1 tube, rather than my Moz Tribute setup, which is 2 bolts and 2 tubes. Had a few people wondering why I do tubes in the middle and not on the end. And that is because of the teachings of the great Kohansky, where if you put 2 or 3 tubes, then you can lash it to a stick and cut things up high or cut grasses. But I thought I'd go with a more traditional setup on this one. So it's Wenge on orange and black, something that does go nice and a lot of people like it. So that's that one. Stock for the Bushcraft show next weekend. So in a week's time, I will be there. Now I've got 2 with similar sheaths. Because I've done a few with neck sheaths, I thought I'd go with a dangler with a difference. So here's the knife, and it's an O1 FTP in jet black mica with an orange liner, and I put stainless pins on it because I don't think brass really goes with orange. That's my personal opinion. So there's stainless pins on that one. And I've gone with orange stitching on the sheath. It doesn't look that orange, but it is meant to be orange. It looks more like natural. I was going to give it a black sheath, but to be honest though, I don't think people like black sheaths that much. So I've gone with a light tan on this one. Right, so what I mean now, a slightly different dangler. It's got a dangler, but I've left a bigger gap. Now I usually do this really tight, so it only got a little bit of movement, but I left a bigger gap there. So if somebody wants to neck carry it, they can just put a cord and it will fit through there. I know you could put a cord on the dangler, but I don't like that. So that's what I've done. And I've done it on the next one as well. And this one is exactly the same knife, but with a different handle, same sheath. So this is a natural mica with 1 large loveless bolt and 1 matching size tube. Now I made quite a few years ago with that configuration, and I don't know, I just like the simplicity of it. So yes, and it doesn't need any more, it doesn't need loads of bolts, doesn't need pins. That's quite enough. This holds in the tang for the epoxy to do its thing, so that's not coming off. So there we are, 1 brass bolt, 1 brass tube, and a blue liner. And the sheath has blue stitching to match. And blue diamond knot, why not? Why not? So same thing there. That's that one. Also stock for the Bushcraft show. And here's my really nice one. And this is an RWL 34 FTP, and this is the only one I'm going to have at the show in RWL 34. Yeah, there's 2 in O1, and I think there's 3 in 52-100, but this will be the only one in RWL 34. And this is maroon linen mica with yellow and black liners. And if I've got the time, I'm going to make a matching Bush Tool S in RWL 34. And I might even try and sell them as a pair. If I've got time, I have started it. Hopefully I'll have time to get it done. So yes, this is in a leather neck sheath, the yellow stitching to match the yellow liner. Now I was going to put yellow paracord on it, but it really looked a bit garish, so I put black. Now, for the lefties among you, if you're watching this and you're going to the show, these are ambidextrous, so this can be flipped around. The Kydex neck sheaths are ambidextrous. Any Kydex sheath I've made is ambidextrous. If it's got a belt loop, it can be swapped around. Now I haven't made any leather danglers or belt sheaths in left because last year at the Wilderness Gathering I made 2 extra lefty sheaths and I came home with them. So I thought, why give myself the extra work of making a couple of extra sheaths for things? Sorry lefties, you're stuck with Kydex or a neck sheath. Okay, there we are. So that's them 4 and they are all stock for the show next weekend. Right, I might have another 2 if I've got the time. I don't want to put myself under too much pressure, but I think I probably will get another 2 done, which will be the matching bush tool to this and another ABL Mark 2 in a Kydex sheath, because I realised I don't think I made one in a Kydex neck sheath, so I'm going to make another one. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Ta-ra.